Mastering third-party risk. The organization's approach to third-party risk management lags behind its peers. Where does the organization's current approach to third-party risk management stand in relation to its peers, and in what ways does its methodology align with or diverge from industry-recognized best practices for operational excellence in managing third-party relationships? To enhance operational excellence in managing third-party relationships, the organization should conduct a thorough assessment of its current approach to third-party risk management, benchmarking its methodology against industry-recognized best practices and peer companies. Firstly, the organization should establish a cross-functional team responsible for overseeing the third-party risk management program. This team should comprise representatives from various departments, including procurement, risk management, compliance, legal, and IT. The team's primary objective is to develop and implement a comprehensive strategy for managing third-party relationships, ensuring that it aligns with industry-recognized best practices and regulatory requirements. Next, the organization should conduct a gap analysis to identify areas of improvement in its current approach to third-party risk management. This analysis should focus on the following key aspects. 1. Risk assessment. Evaluate the organization's risk assessment process to identify potential gaps in identifying, assessing, and mitigating risks associated with third-party relationships. The analysis should consider the scope of risk assessment, risk scoring, and categorization of third parties. 2. Due diligence. Assess the organization's due diligence process, including the scope of due diligence, frequency of reviews, and documentation requirements. The analysis should also evaluate the effectiveness of due diligence in identifying potential risks and mitigating them. 3. Contract management. Review the organization's contract management process, including contract templates, negotiation strategies, and contract renewal and termination processes. The analysis should evaluate the effectiveness of contract terms and conditions in mitigating risks. 4. Ongoing monitoring. Evaluate the organization's ongoing monitoring process, including the frequency and scope of monitoring, and the effectiveness of issue identification and remediation. 5. Governance and oversight. Assess the organization's governance and oversight structure, including the roles and responsibilities of the third-party risk management team, and the effectiveness of the governance model in ensuring operational excellence. Upon completing the gap analysis, the organization should develop a roadmap for implementing a best practice third-party risk management program. This roadmap should prioritize the identified gaps and outline the necessary steps to address them. To align with industry-recognized best practices, the organization should consider the following recommendations. 1. Adopt a risk-based approach. Implement a risk-based approach to third-party risk management, focusing on the most critical third-party relationships that pose the highest risks to the organization. 2. Establish clear roles and responsibilities. Clearly define roles and responsibilities within the third-party risk management team, ensuring that each member understands their expectations and accountabilities. 3. Develop standardized processes. Establish standardized processes for risk assessment, due diligence, contract management, and ongoing monitoring, ensuring consistency and repeatability across the organization. 4. Leverage technology. Implement a third-party risk management technology platform to centralize and streamline the risk management process, enabling real-time reporting, automated workflows, and data analytics. 5. Foster collaboration. Encourage collaboration between the third-party risk management team and other departments, such as procurement, risk management, compliance, and IT, to ensure a holistic approach to third-party risk management. 6. Continuously monitor and review. Regularly review and update the third-party risk management program to ensure it remains effective and aligned with industry-recognized best practices. By implementing these recommendations, the organization can enhance its operational excellence in managing third-party relationships, better mitigating risks, and improving its overall resilience. In terms of peer benchmarking, the organization should research and analyze the third-party risk management approaches of peer companies in its industry, identifying areas of excellence and opportunities for improvement. This analysis should focus on the following key aspects. 1. Governance and oversight. Evaluate the governance and oversight structures of peer companies, including the roles and responsibilities of the third-party risk management team. 2. Risk assessment and due diligence. Analyze the risk assessment and due diligence processes of peer companies, including the scope of due diligence, frequency of reviews, and documentation requirements. 3. Contract management. Review the contract management processes of peer companies, including contract templates, negotiation strategies, and contract renewal and termination processes. 4. Ongoing monitoring. Evaluate the ongoing monitoring processes of peer companies, including the frequency and scope of monitoring, and the effectiveness of issue identification and remediation. By benchmarking its approach against industry-recognized best practices and peer companies, the organization can identify areas for improvement and optimize its third-party risk management program to achieve operational excellence.